So welcome back students. So you have already learned now the concept of what is force means. Force is nothing but the push or pull of an object to change its either shape, direction, or you can say to stop that particular object we have to use external force. Now force are due to an interaction. So whenever you want to apply a force, when the force play a role in between these objects, so that object should be interact with each other, otherwise you cannot apply a force. If a textbook is lying on a table, without applying force, I cannot move that textbook. For that I have to touch that particular object. Otherwise, I cannot move that object. So that is the interaction between two objects. Let's see. Suppose a man is standing behind a stationary car. Will the car move due to his presence? No. Obviously, without touching, you cannot move anything. So what? Suppose the man now begins to push the car. That is, he applies a force on it. So the car may begin to move in the direction of the applied force. Got the point? Without touching, you cannot move any object. Okay, for that you have to apply the force. That time when you have interaction between two objects, that time force comes in a picture. Okay. Next diagram, see. Note that the man has to push the car to make it move. In the second picture, who is pushing whom? So figure 3 shows 3 situations that may be familiar to you. In the first picture, 2 girls are playing. Here in the second, who is pulling whom? And in the third one also the same questions. Now all the 3 diagrams you observe carefully. Can you decide who is pulling and who is pushing? See the first diagram. They both are pushing each other. They both are trying to keep themselves, opposite person, away from themselves. One girl is pulling the opposite girl to just make her to move away from that first girl. Okay. So both the girls appear to push each other while the pair of girls are trying to pull each other. One girl is pulling the another girl towards her. They are just moving round and round, and for that they have to pull the another girl towards her. Third one also the same situation. A man is pulling a bullock, and bullock is also applying force. Okay. The girls in the 2 situations shown here are applying force on each other. Is it true for the man and the cow? Of course. From these examples we can infer that at least 2 objects must interact for a force to come into play. Thus, an interaction of an object with another object results in a force between the 2 objects. Without interaction, you cannot move any object. Without push or pull, you cannot change the direction of an object. So, for force to come in picture, interaction must be there between 2 objects. Next is exploring force. Let us see one activity is there. Choose a heavy object like a table or a box which you can move only by pushing hard. Try to push it all by yourself. Can you move it? Now ask one of your friends to help you in pushing it in the same direction. Is it easier to move it now? Can you explain why? Now push the same object but ask your friend to push it from the opposite side. Does the object move? If it does, note the direction in which it moves. Can you guess which one of you is applying a larger force? So let's see. We will discuss this. in the next video. Thank you. Welcome back, students. So we have seen the activity and a few questions are asked in that particular activity. So we just understand and try to find the answer of that activity. So what is given? First of all, you have given an object and you want to move this object from one place to another. So obviously you have to apply force. But the object is too much heavy so that one person, if applied force, then it is not possible to move that particular object. So what happened? That person asked his friend to just help him. So that time both the persons are trying to apply force in the same direction. Okay, so that what happened? So whatever object is over here, it will move in the direction of in which you are applying force. Obviously, when you apply the force, the object will move on the direction in which you are applying force. You are applying force in this direction, so object will move in this particular direction. So what we can say? When you apply the force, both the people applied force from the same direction, this object will move in the direction of the force. Now see the third situation. What is the situation? Now both the friends are applying force, but the direction is slightly changed. Now one person applied force from this side and one person applied from this side. Now the question is, does object move? First question. If yes, then in which direction it will move? Okay, so it depends on which person or who is applying more force compared to the other. Okay, if both people applying same force, then this object will not change its position. But suppose this person applied more force compared to this person, then it will move in this direction if the force is more from this person. Suppose the force applied by this person is more compared to this person, then it move in this direction. So what we can say? It depends on who is applying more force. According to that, that object will move. So this is the three situations which are there in your textbook. Let's see. We will read the answer. So have you ever seen a game of tug of war? Obviously you are very familiar with this game. The same game is over here. So what you have to do in this tug of war, if both the teams are applying same force, okay, there is no change in the movement of that rope. Okay, if one team is applying more force, so obviously rope will move in that direction. If another team is applying more force, then rope will move in that particular direction. So the force is same like that tug of war. Who is applying more force? According to that, that object will move in that particular direction. So what do these examples suggest? Forces applied on an object in the same direction are added. Added means, suppose for the first person, if he is applying force 20 times and this person is also applying force 20 times, so both are added, so total is 40 times, then it will move in this direction. Suppose here both are applying force but in opposite direction. If this person applied force 30 times, this is 20 times, so this object move in this direction 10 times. Why? Because it is more. Okay, so we have to take the difference when the force applied in the opposite direction. So see, forces applied on an object in the same direction add to one another. Okay, now recall what happened when you and your friend puts the heavy box in the same direction. Obviously it will move in the same direction. If the two forces act in the opposite direction on an object, the net force acting on it is the difference between the forces applied by that two persons. What did you observe in activity? when both of them were pushing the heavy box from opposite directions. Recall that in the tug of war, when two teams pull equally hard, the rope does not move in any direction. If one applied more force, that team, so the rope will move in that particular direction. So this is all about exploring force. So we learned that a force could be larger or smaller than the other or equal to each other. The strength of a force is usually expressed by its magnitude. Magnitude means measurement. How much force you are applying on that particular object, that is the measure of force, and that is known as its magnitude. We have also to specify the direction in which a force acts. Also, if the direction or the magnitude of the applied force changes, its effect also changes. Okay, if applied force is more, magnitude is also more. If applied force is less, its measure or magnitude is also less. So this is all about your exploring forces. Next we will see few characteristics of force in the next video. Thank you.